As a kid, one of the fondest memories I had of the movies was watching Jodha Akbar with my family. As a young child, seated in the audience, I was lost in the world this film had created for me. It was bold, bright, and an absolute delight to watch. And as a kid, that's what stayed with me. The grandeur of the visuals and that beat. But revisiting the film years later, I saw more. And now, after almost 12 years of its release, I think I understand why this movie is so special. I'm Nathan, and this is Jodha Akbar. While still having elements of politics, war, and history, Jodha Akbar at its core is a story about love. As Rachel Saltz writes for the New York Times, the battles, though, are really a wind-up to the love story that propels the film. The film eases us through the doubts, the awkwardness, the tension, and even the initial hurt that our characters go through before finally understanding each other, and together finding their happy ending. But a story about love is as good as its characters. Let's take a look at Jodha and Jalaluddin. The film invests us not only in this relationship, but also in these people as individuals. We learn of who they are, see what they want, and know what it is they believe in. This lays the groundwork for not only our characters, but also for the conflict that will later keep our protagonists apart.
हम भी अपने आत्मसम्मान और गरिमा के विरुद्ध कुछ नहीं सुन सकते।
आप अपने मायके वापस तशरीफ ले जाएं।
We not only see them fall in love, but we see them change over time. We watch as Jalaluddin grows into being Akbar, a now righteous and balanced king, and we see Jodha, who once resented the idea of being married to a Mughal, now standing beside Akbar with pride.
बस आपकी सलामती की दुआ.
When I further thought of these characters, I was reminded of Dan Harmon's story circle. To understand this concept better, let's look at Akbar. We begin at step 1. This is where we first meet our protagonist, in his comfort zone as Bairam Khan the Regent rules on his behalf. Step 2. We see what it is that our protagonist desires, to be a ruler and to be a righteous one.
इस मुल्क में हमें हुकूमत का ही नहीं, ईमान का परचम भी लहराना है.
But for this dream to be realized as a whole, Akbar must actively work for it. He must take steps he would not have otherwise. Step 3. Our hero enters an unfamiliar situation. This has been our Act 1. Act 2 contains steps 4, 5 and 6. This is where our hero has adapted to the situation and gets what he wants. As the story progresses, Akbar has not only expanded his territory, but he has learned to rule righteously.
कि आज से तीर्थ यात्रा महसूल हमेशा के लिए खत्म किया जाता है.
However, in doing so, Akbar must pay a price. He has created himself an enemy. The plotting, disgruntled Sharifuddin is now actively out to harm our hero. Act 3. Step 7. This is where the journey back begins. But to return full circle, our hero must face one final confrontation.
अगर हम जीते तो हिंदुस्तान हमारा, हारे तो ये मुल्क छोड़कर हमेशा हमेशा के लिए चले जाएंगे.
He fights and he succeeds. Step 8. We arrive back at our comfort zone. Our hero has come full circle. Along the way, he has learned and he has grown. This is a protagonist from earlier, but wiser. Jodha Akbar is not the perfect story to understand the hero's journey. And it's not the perfect story either. But what's interesting is the subtlety these elements play out with. Subplots that don't feel forced, a love story that flows naturally, and character arcs that are subtle yet powerful. That's what makes Jodha Akbar special. But there's more to it. Rachel Saltz, while reviewing the film in 2008, writes, "With so much attention focused on Islamic extremism, now seems an apt time for a movie about Akbar. the 16th century Muslim emperor in India, whose legacy is one of enlightened rule and almost radical religious tolerance. Over the years, this has changed. Among the 4 most popular period pieces released in the past 3 years alone, 3 out of 4 have been accused of extremist representation. Wars fought for power and land have been put forth as wars fought for religion, with extreme disdain for one side fighting. Jodha Akbar, with its focus on storytelling, handled this gracefully.
ये बात भी आप सब पर रोशन रहे कि हर मजहब का एहतराम और बर्दाश्त करने की चाहत ही आने वाले हिंदुस्तान को सुनहरा बना सकती है.
From royalty and culture down to the languages spoken by both sides, the film makes you fall in love with both the Rajputs and the Mughals. There is awe, appreciation, and wonder in every frame. And for me, that's what makes Jodha Akbar feel special. A magnum opus that leaves you feeling like royalty. Hey people, I had a lot of fun making this. If you liked this video, make sure to support the channel. Like, share and subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you thought of Jodha Akbar. And feel free to drop in suggestions for which movies I should look at in the future. Till then, peace. Catch you in the next one.